So, as I said on the Facebook post earlier in the week, we're looking at a 2 hours 15 time for the squadded march. So that means that you've got to average around about a 13-minute mile pace. So if you're running down hills 11, 10, 9-minute miles, you're only managing sort of 15-minute miles up hills, and then you've got a real sort of strong rhythmic run-walk strategy on your flats, then you're easily going to get that 30-minute mile pace, and you can probably even get that 30-minute mile pace by consistently keeping a walk throughout the entire event. So there's no need to worry on that, and I think everybody in the Gone Tabbing group, everybody who's done a little bit of weighted running before, anybody who's done any running before, can maximise that, especially if you're in a group, because you get that extra magic 5% I spoke about earlier in the week, which gets you, because you're in events and you've got people around you, you will push yourself a little bit more, and you'll have your mind taken off the pain and the discomfort. So there's been a couple of other questions this week around dead weight and around what water to carry as well. Now, this is probably going to be quite controversial with the purists, but here we go. Here's my point of view on it. If you're going out into the hills and you're doing a fan dance, or you're out on your own solo, or you're out with a group of mates and it's an unorganised event and you are in the middle of nowhere, then yeah, absolutely, you need to be carrying a minimum of 3 litres of water. In fact, if I'm out, I'll usually carry around 2 to 3 litres of water, and I will also carry a water filter, because I know I can get water from streams, and the water filters these days, especially the Solomon one that screws on the top, are really, really good. However, if you are doing the Paris 10, you've got at least 2 water points around that course where you're going to get water. You're an organised event, it's marshalled, so do you need to carry 3 litres of water? In my view, you don't need to carry any more weight than you absolutely need to. So I personally will be carrying about 500 millilitres of water, and I'll be taking water from those water points. What people seem to forget as well is the hydration for your Paris 10 pretty much starts now. So for the rest of this week, you need to be taking on plenty of water. You need to be getting yourself hydrated, because most of us walk around in a state of dehydration in everyday life, never mind in the Paris 10. So start that hydration protocol now. Get as much water in as you can, and especially on a couple of days leading up to the Paris 10, so that you are really well hydrated when you turn up for the race. A lot of people will look at the nutrition and they'll carb load, they'll do things like that, but they will not look, they will not even think about the hydration, you know, in a couple of days before they're out on the piss somewhere or whatever. But think about your hydration now. If you carry 3 litres of water extra on that event, you're carrying an extra £7 almost. Do you want to be carrying that when you don't have to? Not really. So that is my view on it. Like I say, it might be controversial, but for an organised event like that, I would say 500 millilitres of water for me, no matter what you need, and yeah, take water at the water points when they arise. Okay, so something else that divides opinion, I'm probably going to upset a few people over, is dead weight. Now, for the Paris 10, I will pretty much be carrying dead weight, which will be a sleeping bag, and I'll put some weights in there as well. I'll keep my weight high, and yeah, I'll do that. And the reason I'm going to do that is so I can take a smaller pack. If you can take a smaller pack, any sort of comfort benefits that you're going to get from carrying a smaller pack. So that's what I do. You do not need the same sort of kit that you're going to need if you're walking around Penny you're walking around Snowdonia, and it's absolutely important that you carry all your proper mountain kit when you're doing those sort of events. But for the Paris 10, it really is just about the weight and about getting around. Minimum requirements, I'd say: waterproof top, change your clothes for the end, carrying around with you, and also a first aid kit. So they're the minimum you need to be carrying. But after that, you can carry dead weight, and I'll be carrying that small sort of carry more 30 litre pack on my back to get that weight in. For me, and I think, you know, if we look at, for me, why do we do these events? So doing the events and doing the training, doing the loaded and weighted marches, for me, is like my pension. It's like an investment in my old age, in that I want to keep myself moving now, doing something that I enjoy, so that when I'm 70, 80, 90 and hopefully 100 years old, I can still be out and I can still be moving. So for me, it's not about carrying loads and loads of weight or going the massive distances and doing all I need to do. It really is about just enjoying the event, getting out and doing something I enjoy, for this health up here, and making sure that I'm not beating my body up too much, so that, you know, I'm taking a good body into my old age as my health pension, if you will. So yeah, so I'm going to be carrying the minimum amount of weight I can, 35 pounds on the dot, 500 millilitres of water. I'm going to be carrying dead weight. I'm going to have a small pack on my back so I can do that, because these events are all about getting out there and enjoying it. They're not, you know, for some people, and fair play to them, and that's what they want to do, and that's what gives them pleasure. It's to go out to prove yourself with the maximum amount of weight and the maximum amount of distance, put yourself in the maximum amount of pain. But for me, it's about avoiding injury, and it's about, like I say, not only my physical health, my mental health, and my longevity also. Okay, so let's talk kit. There's a lot of talk on there about different boots on the Facebook page, and it always is, and it's always a personal choice really on the boots. But I want to just talk about expense. So yeah, you can spend 150, you can spend 200, you can spend £300 on boots, but your good fitting pair of Alpberg Defenders that you can pick up second hand on eBay for around about 30 or 40 quid are going to get you around the Paris 10, as long as you look after your feet and they fit well. So don't worry too much about the kit you've got. And similarly with tops, there was talk this week of do you need to wear 2 layers? Can you wear 1 layer? Certainly just wear 1 layer. That is all you're going to need for the Paris 10. So just your GT shirt on the top. If you've not got a GT shirt, say it's a bit late to get hold of one now. Some people will be bringing spares to the event, but your Sports Direct £9.99, you know, tech top, blue, black, whatever colour you want, is going to get you around the Paris 10. You do not need to have a specific kit to do that. Similarly, your Bergen, again, 30, 40 quid. You can pick up a Bowman pack, or you pick up an ex-military pack on there as well. So you don't have to turn this into a mortgage event, really, where you're spending loads and loads of money. Your cheap military kit is going to get you around just as good as the kit that costs you hundreds of pounds. All you've got to do is make sure that it fits right and that you look after your feet. So there we go, just coming to the end of my run now. So just for this final week now, what you want to be looking at doing is preparing yourself for the event on Saturday. So like I said before, plenty of hydration this week. Start your hydration now, don't leave it until the day. Good clean nutrition as well. Don't be eating too many heavy foods, but ensure you're getting those carbs and those good micro and macronutrients inside of you. And also keep yourself moving. So even if you only get out this week, as I said in my previous video, and run a mile a day, I've actually started incorporating just mile weeks into my training now, where I'll just run a mile a day every single day of the week, and then usually I'll go out on the Saturday and absolutely smash my park run. So having those as your active recovery weeks are really good, and that's what your taper week really is. It's an active recovery week. It's not where you sit down and put your feet up and do absolutely nothing. It's where you use that week to keep yourself moving, but also allow your body to recover. So that's all from me prattling on, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the Catterick Paris 10 a week yesterday, so next Saturday. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna get out there and we're going to enjoy it. So keep training, see you all then.